Well, the political fallout of this case has been tremendous, starting long before the court case even began. Micah Rasmussen is the director of the Rebovich Institute for New Jersey Politics at Rider University, and he breaks it all down, including what happens in the U.S. Senate race. If we do see a resignation or a vote to remove U.S. Senator Bob Menendez, how swiftly would the governor need to act, considering sentencing on October 29th and an election coming up in November? How does all of this play out?
Well, the tricky part is that David also said Andy Kim is the prohibitive favorite. He is currently in the House of Representatives, which is also closely divided. So between Senate Leader Schumer and the House leadership and Governor Murphy, they're going to have to figure out where Andy Kim's vote is needed the most, and how long it's needed, and where they can spare the vote the least, because it's a real question at this point. And I think it will color the discussions about how hard they push Menendez to expel him, or whether or not he's afforded the chance to wind down his term.
And we can't forget the fact that right now today in New Jersey, in the 10th Congressional District, there is a primary election to replace the seat of Congressman Donald Payne Jr., who passed away. That is also one less vote in the House for New Jersey, for the House Democrats. And so all of this kind of shuffleboard of where do we go, right, for the Democratic Party? What do you make of that?
Absolutely. And given the fact that the House is so closely divided is exactly why we're seeing this special election process in Essex County and in the 10th District, because normally the seat would be left vacant. We're going to have an election for the full term in November, and it would typically have been left vacant. It's the first time in decades that we've had this midterm special election process. That seat can't be filled until September, until the new person is elected. And so that seat's going to be vacant for a little while longer. Now, do we want to start that process all over again with an Andy Kim vacancy? That's going to be the question.
While all of this plays out, what conversations do you believe Democrats are having behind the scenes here in New Jersey? What do you think those conversations sound like?
Well, I think they're definitely all trying to figure out how hard they want to push Menendez to resign. They have already called for him to resign. Remember that. They did that in the wake of his indictments. They're certainly starting to do that, as you're seeing Governor Murphy and others. There is not much more than that they can do. It's really a question of whether or not Menendez wants to go, and when he wants to go, it's on his terms, or whether or not the rest of his colleagues in the Senate vote to expel him.
Who we haven't seen in the courtroom was Congressman Rob Menendez. We did see Alicia Menendez, his sister, there with her father. The congressman has stayed back from all of this. Wise for him? Can he escape this?
Well, he has so far. And the big test was the primary election that we just got through with, in which Ravi Bala challenged him and was not able to make his father's sins stick to him. And so that was the real challenge. 2 years ago, when Menendez first got into the House, he was trying to wrap himself around his father as much as he could. And now, since the legal troubles, he's been running in the opposite direction. He succeeded in doing that. And probably at this point, he doesn't want to undo that success that he has had there. They have navigated that successfully, and they want to keep that up.
All right, Micah Rasmussen, thank you for all of that insight.